Hello, everyone. This is Yuko. In this channel, I will share information in English about events happening in China that may not be known to other countries, based on the information I have gathered from various media sources. Since English is not my native language, I am using an AI speaker to read the content in English. I would appreciate your comments on the video content. This year, the term deflation has become commonly used concerning the Chinese economy. For example, if you search for China deflation this year, various articles will appear. In September, there were articles suggesting that Japan was escaping deflation while China was facing a crisis. However, it is now said that China has entered a deflationary economy worse than Japan. The reason for this is a significant increase in unemployment in China, with even those currently employed fearing job loss. As a result, people are more inclined to adopt a defensive stance rather than actively consume, indicating a departure from the traditional Chinese concept of mianzi, which refers to preserving one's reputation and dignity. In China, maintaining mianzi is generally crucial, and people often tend to buy more expensive items than others in the same category to uphold their reputation. Companies take advantage of this cultural aspect in their strategies, using advertisements and expensive brands to appeal to consumers. This approach is not unique to China but is a global phenomenon. For instance, in the field of luxury goods like accessories and apparel, people in China, as well as in Japan, tend to buy based on the brand rather than purely considering the quality of the product. However, the current situation in China has led consumers to fear unemployment, making them more focused on preserving their reputation rather than actively consuming. This has resulted in a deviation from the traditional mianzi culture. I would like to introduce the real situation in Chinese society that may not be well known in Japan. The article mentioned earlier is about a company whose name starts with the first four characters, Beswa, and its products are available for purchase in Japan through online platforms like Amazon. This company, largely unknown in Japan, is a well-known confectionery manufacturer in China, similar to Calbee in Japan. Since 2019, this company has been implementing a strategy of positioning its products as high-end, with the aim of appealing to consumers who emphasize mianzi. However, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, the high-end strategy clashed with the economic challenges in China. People were restricted in movement and reluctant to spend, causing a significant break on the Chinese economy. In this situation, unemployment has increased, wages have not risen, and consumers, if the quality is equivalent, now prefer more affordable alternatives. Companies had adopted strategies targeting consumers who valued purchasing expensive goods, but the timing was unfavorable. Due to the pandemic, consumers are no longer interested in maintaining their reputation through expensive purchases, leading to a decline in company performance. In Japan, a different kind of deflationary economy is occurring when selling sweets in stores. Traditionally, sweets were produced by manufacturers and then distributed to companies operating physical stores through intermediary wholesalers. Consumers would purchase from these stores, making the manufacturer and the retailer separate entities with additional intermediaries in between. However, in China, a significant shift is occurring in the sweets industry. The emerging trend involves manufacturers selling directly to consumers through their own stores. This is a strategy that might be unfamiliar in Japan. For example, while a company like Calbee in Japan may not have Calbee sweet shops all over the country, in China, due to its large population, creating direct sales points for manufacturers is a feasible model. Each of these stores can handle substantial sales volumes, making this approach viable. Recently in China, the concept of manufacturer direct stores has been growing significantly. This strategy allows for considerable cost cutting. Consequently, these stores can sell similar quality products at lower prices compared to the traditional retail model. In the case of Beswa, their high-quality products were initially priced high due to an image and brand strategy. However, consumers, given a choice between similar tasting products at a lower cost, have shown a preference for the manufacturer direct stores. This shift has led to a price competition, with significant discounts of up to 45%, challenging the previous pricing strategies. This reduction in prices, even on average, is over 20%. As a result, a price war has begun, and the emergence of manufacturer direct stores has made it difficult to justify higher prices. As a consequence, even well-known companies like Beswa are starting to adopt the strategy of opening their own direct sales stores. This move raises questions about the traditional distribution routes through intermediaries and how they will adapt. Looking at the situation from a consumer's perspective, the short-term benefit is the decreasing prices of goods, which may be appreciated. However, in the long run, this could lead to economic challenges. The pressure to reduce costs may affect employee salaries, potentially leading to layoffs. In the medium to long term, this economic squeeze could lead to an economic downturn, similar to what happened in Japan in the past. Moreover, this deflationary trend in China might have broader global implications. The lower costs in China, coupled with a devalued currency, could make Chinese exports more competitive on the international market. This might impact other emerging economies that were starting to compete with China in manufacturing. In conclusion, while the immediate impact of deflation in China may seem advantageous for consumers, there are potential long-term consequences for both the Chinese economy and the global market. Observing how businesses and governments adapt to these changes will be crucial in understanding the full scope of this economic shift. That concludes our discussion for now. Until next time.